Hey people of YouTube, today we're covering the complete installation of the 52-inch Baywood ceiling fan by Hampton Bay. If you found this video, you might be looking for some help with your own installation. We're here to do just that. We're going to cover the complete installation from unpacking to turning it on and everything in between. If you want to use the links below to fast forward to each step of the process, you can do that instead of watching the whole video. And at the end of the video, if you found it helpful, please click like and subscribe, and that'll help other people find it as well. So before we get started, just a couple of notes about the fan. It is an outdoor wet rated fan, making it perfect for use in any outdoor setting. It'll look good indoors as well. The fan has some quick install features like a slide-on mounting bracket, AccuArm blade arms with captive screws, and a twist and lock light shade to make installation much easier. The light kit uses 2 LED bulbs, and those are included, but the fan can be installed without the light kit if you want, and we're going to cover this all in this video. So before we get started, just a couple of notes. You want to make sure that the electricity is turned off at the breaker box and at the wall switch. If you don't feel comfortable working around electricity, please consult with a licensed electrician. And one other note is if you're hanging this fan where there's just a light fixture on your ceiling, you need to make sure that the outlet box is clearly marked acceptable for fan support. If not, you'll need to swap that out before beginning. So as you can see here, we've already unpacked the fan and we've opened up the manual to the parts page. We're just going to go over all the parts to make sure we have everything before beginning, and that way we don't get stuck along the way. So first up, you have the slide-on mounting bracket. That comes pre-installed inside the canopy with a decorative ring on the bottom, and we'll show you in the first step how to remove that to get started. You have 5 blades. You have 5 of the AccuArm blade arms, and as mentioned, these blade arms have captive screws. You'll have the twist and lock light shade. This is shatter resistant plastic, and it's designed to mimic frosted glass when it's installed and illuminated. This is the light kit. You have a decorative motor collar cover, the ball and downrod assembly, the 2 LED bulbs, and you have a hardware pack. The hardware pack contains the blade attachment screws, the plastic wire nuts, the pull chain extensions, the hanger and locking pin, and a rubber plug for the switch cup. And this is the fan motor. Now one quick note about the motor. If you look inside the switch cup, you'll see this hole right here. This is designed to allow the screwdriver to go through there when attaching the blade arms to give the screwdriver access to the screws for a quick and easy installation. Okay, just some tools we're going to need for this easy project. You need a Phillips head screwdriver. We like to have a long one and a short one on hand. We like to have a line voltage tester to make sure the wires aren't live before beginning. You need some wire cutters and strippers. If installing without the light kit, you'll need a wrench or a set of pliers. You need some electrical tape, and of course a ladder. So we have everything here. We're ready to begin. Let's do this.
The mounting bracket comes pre-assembled inside the canopy with the decorative ring on the bottom. To remove the mounting bracket, first twist the decorative ring off to expose the screws at the bottom of the canopy. Note the alignment post in the base of the canopy. You'll need a Phillips head screwdriver to loosen but not remove the 2 screws at the base of the canopy. Once those 2 screws are loosened, lift the mounting bracket up and twist to remove it from the canopy. This fan features a slide-on mounting bracket to make installation easy. The mounting bracket has 2 slots that will align with the 2 screws in the outlet box. To install the mounting bracket, just align the slots of the mounting bracket with the 2 screws in the outlet box and slide the mounting bracket into place. This is just a demonstration. To install the mounting bracket, first loosen but do not remove the 2 screws in the outlet box. Next, feed the house supply wires through the center hole of the mounting bracket, and then align the slots of the mounting bracket with the screws in the outlet box and slide it into place. Then, use a Phillips head screwdriver to completely tighten the 2 screws holding the mounting bracket to the outlet box. Make sure both screws are completely tightened and the mounting bracket is securely fastened. Before attaching the downrod, you'll need to use a Phillips head screwdriver to loosen but not remove the 2 set screws located on the motor collar. Next, remove the rubber band holding the wires together and gently stretch the wires out. Once the wires are stretched out, it's a good idea to twist the ends together to make it easier to route the wires through the downrod assembly. Then, place the canopy on the downrod so that the downrod exits the smallest hole of the canopy. Next, place the decorative ring on the downrod. Make sure the black side with the notches is facing towards the canopy. The last piece is the decorative motor collar cover. Slide that onto the downrod, making sure that the largest opening is facing towards the end of the downrod. Then gently feed the wires through the bottom of the downrod so that they exit through the ball portion. Gently pull the wires through until the downrod meets the motor collar at the top of the motor. Insert the downrod into the motor collar. Locate the hanger pin in the hardware pack and align the holes at the end of the downrod with the holes in the motor collar. Insert the hanger pin through one hole so that it goes through the downrod and exits the hole on the opposite side of the motor collar. Then take the locking pin and insert that into the hole in the end of the hanger pin until it snaps in place. Once the hanger pin and locking pin have been set, use a Phillips head screwdriver to completely tighten the two set screws on the motor collar. Once those screws are tight, slide the motor collar cover down and rest the canopy ring and canopy on the motor collar cover. If installing the fan with the included downrod, it's a good idea to trim the wires before hanging. To trim the wires, measure about a foot from the end of the ball and downrod assembly and cut with a pair of wire cutters. Then strip off about 3/4 of an inch of insulation from each wire. Once the wires are stripped, twist each end to make sure that there are no loose strands. Now the fan is ready to be hung. Before hanging the fan, it's important to note the slot in the ball that will engage the tab in the mounting bracket. When hanging, you'll insert the ball into the mounting bracket and then rotate the fan assembly until you feel the slot engage the tab. This is just a close-up demonstration. Before hanging the fan, move the house supply lines out of the way to make room for the ball to insert into the mounting bracket. Lift the fan assembly up to the ceiling, noting the location of the slot and the tab in the mounting bracket. Insert the ball into the mounting bracket. Rotate the fan assembly until you feel the slot engage the tab in the mounting bracket. The fan will drop slightly when properly seated. Begin wiring the fan by taking the green wire from the mounting bracket and the green wire from the ball and downrod assembly and twisting those two wires together. Once those two wires are twisted together, connect those wires with the bare copper house wire. This is the ground connection. Secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Next, take the white wire from the fan and connect that to the white wire from the house supply lines. Twist those two wires together and secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Finish the wiring by taking the fan's black and blue wires and twisting those two wires together. Once those wires are twisted together, connect those wires to the black house supply wire. This is the power connection. Secure the connection using an included plastic wire nut and a piece of electrical tape. Once all the wire connections have been made, gently tuck the wires into the mounting bracket and outlet box to make room for the canopy to attach. The canopy attaches to the mounting bracket using the two keyhole slots at the base of the canopy that will align with the two loosened screws at the base of the mounting bracket. Align the keyhole slots in the canopy with the two screws in the mounting bracket and then slide the canopy up and twist to engage the screws in the keyhole slots. If the screws don't come through the keyhole slots, you may need to loosen them a little bit to allow for extra length to go through the keyhole slots. Once the canopy is set in place, use a Phillips head screwdriver to tighten the two screws at the base of the mounting bracket. It's okay to tilt the fan assembly to allow for screwdriver access to get to the screws. Make sure both screws are completely tightened before proceeding. The decorative ring attaches to the canopy using two slots in the ring that will align with the two screws at the base of the canopy. Slide the decorative ring up, aligning the slots with the screws, and then twist to lock it in place. Before installing the blade arms, you must first remove the rubber motor stops. Insert the screwdriver through the access hole in the switch cup and unscrew the screws holding the motor stops in place. Repeat for the remaining motor stops. To assemble the blades, you'll need the bag of blade attachment screws from the hardware pack. The blade arms have 3 posts that will align with the 3 holes at the end of the blades. Note the side of the blade that says this side up. Make sure that side faces towards the ceiling. Then align the screw holes of the blade with the posts on the blade arm. Press the blade arm and the blades together, and then using a blade attachment screw, start 1 screw in each hole. Once all 3 screws are started, use a Phillips head screwdriver to completely tighten all 3 screws. Repeat this process for the 4 remaining blades. The AccuArm blade arms feature a post on the blade arm that aligns with a slot in the motor for easy installation. Simply insert the post into the slot in the motor. This will align the screws perfectly. Then insert the screwdriver through the access hole in the switch cup and tighten the blade arm. Repeat this process for the 4 remaining blades. Make sure all of the blade arm screws are completely tightened before proceeding with the installation. Once all of the blade arms have been installed, insert the rubber plug included in the hardware pack into the screwdriver access hole in the switch cup. This will help seal the switch cup from water intrusion for outdoor use. The light kit attaches to the fan using 3 screws that are pre-installed in the light kit switch cap. Those 3 screws will align with the 3 screw holes in the switch cup at the base of the fan. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, remove and save the 3 screws in the switch cap. When attaching the light kit to the ceiling fan, the 3 screw holes in the switch cap will align with the 3 screw holes in the switch cup of the fan. Note the location of the curved notch cutout on the switch cap. That will align with the pull chain on the switch cup. Connect the wiring by connecting the white wire from the light kit to the white wire from the fan and the blue wire from the light kit to the blue wire from the fan. The wires will snap together using the Easy Connect plugs. Once the wire connections have been made, gently tuck the wires up into the switch cup and align the screw holes of the switch cap of the light kit with the screw holes in the switch cup of the fan. Remember to align the notch cutout with the pull chain. Once the screw holes are aligned, use the 3 screws that were removed and saved at the beginning of this step to secure the light kit to the fan. Completely tighten all 3 screws using a Phillips head screwdriver. Once those 3 screws are tightened, route the pull chains through the pull chain guides on the light kit panel of the light kit. Install the 2 included LED bulbs by screwing them into the light sockets of the light kit. The light shade attaches to the light kit using the twist and lock method. There are 3 flat sides on the light shade that will align with the 3 nubs on the inside of the light kit pan. Align the flat sides of the light shade with those nubs and then push up and twist to lock the light shade in place.
Attach the pull chain extensions by snapping them onto the ends of the fan's pull chains. The fan is controlled by pull chains. Pull the fan speed chain once for high speed, twice for medium speed, 3 times for low speed, and another time to turn it off. Pull the fan's light chain once to turn the light on, and again to turn it off.
This fan features a 3-speed reversible motor. The manual reverse switch is located right above the light kit on the fan's switch cup and is enclosed in a rubber casing to protect it from the elements. The factory default is switch left to create a downward airflow for use in the warmer months. Switch right creates an upward airflow to draw warm air from the ceiling for use in the cooler months. Make sure the fan is off before changing the reverse switch position.
To install the fan without the light kit, you'll need to remove the switch cap from the light kit. Use a wrench to loosen and remove the hex nut on the inside of the switch cap. Unscrew the hex nut from the threaded post of the light kit and then gently pull the wires one by one through the end of the hex nut to remove it. Then unscrew the switch cap from the threaded post. Once the switch cap is off the threaded post, gently pull the wires through one by one to remove the switch cap from the light kit. Use the plastic plug included in the hardware pack and insert that into the center hole of the switch cap to seal it. Before attaching the switch cap to the fan, you'll need to remove and save the 3 screws that are pre-installed on the switch cap. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to remove and save those 3 screws. Attach the switch cap to the fan using the 3 screw holes in the switch cap that will align with the 3 screw holes in the switch cup at the base of the fan. Note the location of the curved notch cutout that will align with one of the pull chains to align the screw holes automatically. Align the screw holes and then gently push the switch cap into the switch cup of the fan. Use the 3 screws that were removed and saved at the beginning of this step to secure the switch cap to the fan. Completely tighten all 3 screws using a Phillips head screwdriver. If installed without the light kit, you'll be left with an extra pull chain. You may want to cut the pull chain from the fan, but test the pull chain function prior to cutting. Make sure to cut the light pull chain and not the fan speed pull chain.
Congratulations, your ceiling fan installation is now complete. Time to sit back, relax with a nice tall beverage, and enjoy your new ceiling fan. As always, thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please click like and subscribe down below, and that'll help other people find it as well. And as we always say around here, keep it breezy.